All right. No, no, no. Now I had to sit through a loading screen. Well, whatever. Uh, Animal Crossing now, and you might be like, why? Is there any special event going on? No. It's just I've been wanting to show off it's basically finished, my finished town for now at least. Like December's going to come along and there's going to be Christmas stuff, but you know, the last handful of streams were basically just me building my island, and then I didn't want to do too much off stream just to show the whole process of, like, you know, zero to this. And then I never really made a finished thing. I did some things off stream, like, you know, putting stuff down in Polish. Well, probably a lot of things off stream at that point, but that's kind of what this stream is for, just to show off everything. Because it took a lot of work, and I figure why not? It's been something I wanted to do. So yeah. Isabelle still has nothing to say. They added a bunch of events and stuff, but I haven't really been bothering too much. The Nintendo Switch is the most powerful console ever made. But yeah. So, right off the bat, I finally made an eyebrows face thing. And I kind of like how the colors don't make sense, actually. So, what did I get? Oh, look at that. Active days I spent here. 100. On my 100th day, I'm doing this. Hilarious. Also, did that say gamer? I guess so. But yeah, let's start at the beginning. And this is this is the outfit I chose because I think the outfit you wear when you sleep, because they added dream addresses, is the outfit that people see. So I figured I'd pick the most crisp thing ever, which I guess, you know, a Christmas tree shirt and, you know, the Santa hat, my glasses, kind of khaki pants, and shoes, and then red. I think that's pretty good. Anyway, so the idea is that the entrance is, well, these. It was originally gonna be a one of these and a mammoth. It's a megalo something and a mammoth, but the mammoth didn't really look too good, so I had two of them facing each other, and I didn't realize at the time that it'd be this funny, but it is, and I'm so happy it works out this way, because, you know, like, basically, the place is called Panarctica because I wanted to make, like, yeah, I'm Christmas 95, right? That's the username, and everything I've done for the past few years has been Christmas and winter themed. So I'm like, well, and like I was gonna do Christmas Island, which is a real place, but it wouldn't fit. And I was really debating if I wanted to do that anyway, but you know, it'd be easier. But then I'm like, well, Antarctica is an island, right? Maybe I can do something with that. But Santa, you know, the basis of Christmas, basically. That's not true. Jesus is the basis of Christmas. But if you ask me, Santa is the basis of Christmas. Is in the north, not the south, which is where Antarctica is. And ant means anti, which is, you know, Antarctica basically means anti-Arctica. You know, the Arctic is up north. So I couldn't do something with Antarctica, but I could do something with Arctica. So I decided, I went through all, like, as many prefixes as I could, and I landed on Pan because it sounded good and it's all inclusive, and by Arctica didn't work as well, basically. So that's Panarctica. So basically it's meant to be kind of wintry theme. Obviously the game came out like in the summer, so we haven't been seeing much of that. In the winter it should be nice. Hey Josh, how's it going? Basically explaining every tiny detail about my town right now. That's what's going on. And I figured there's nothing else going on in the morning. And the morning is a good time for Animal Crossing. So yeah, two basically, I mean, I'm assuming that deer came from these. They remind me of reindeer, so that's why I figured they should be at the entrance. And then the rest of this is the town square. Yeah, like, my town is My town's pretty good right now, which I'm happy with. Like, I thought I was gonna stay underdeveloped because, you know, that's the charm of the game, and then I did all this. So, yeah. Oh, the dream address is right on the map. Oh, right. Did you demolish everything to be like, I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna start terraforming, and then you just never did. Because I was at that phase for a while. But yeah, this area is the town square. It is literally a square, and there's a stream of me trying to make a square. You think it'd be the easiest thing of all time, but no. Apparently not. So, I mean, these rocks were just here. They just spawned there, and I'm like, I'm not gonna drop coins everywhere to spawn rocks in specific places. So this kind of worked out, and then I kind of mirrored it with chairs on this side, which I thought was pretty funny. Because I wanted chairs here, but I didn't really know where. And then, yeah, you have your snack machines, you have your bathroom, you have chairs around the fountain to hang out, this thing, and cotton candy. It's the phone booth, I guess. It's a nice place to just kind of hang out, is my idea. Because, I mean, you can't have many shops in this game. So you can't really make a city folk kind of area. So this would have been like a nice little shopping center area, but we just have Able Sisters and the Nooks, which I kind of wanted right at the start because whenever people are coming over, they're usually buying something. So making it so that you can see both of these right from the entrance, like literally right when you come in, and they're just not that far away, and you could just leave if you want, is pretty cool. And just the fact that you enter in a little divot on, like, you're surrounded by mountains is pretty cool. I mean, if they wanted to add shops, I feel like Red maybe and Kix would have had shops and stuff, but they kind of don't. And then I just put a bunch of snow globes around. It was originally going to be Santa gnomes, but it was kind of creepy, and I kind of like how they're like houses. So, I mean, obviously perspective doesn't work like that, where it's like, oh, there are a bunch of houses on the upper part of the mountain. That doesn't make any sense, but yeah, and then you spin them around so that they're not all the same in a circular pattern. Clock, so you know what time it is. And then behind the shops, I put little back areas because I like how shops have, like when shops and like strip malls and stuff have little back areas. So then you have this. The nice one used to be in here, but then I used it for my own purposes. Trash. Able Sisters is not wide enough, so I used a rock wall as a wall, but don't tell anyone it's a rock wall. Or else. And then, this is here just to complete the circle, but I wanted to have 2 exits. It's not a true square, I guess. I wanted to have 2 exits on the beach, though. One, so that, well, really just one, that it's just easier to go around all the beaches if I wanted to catch fish and stuff. But, you know, you could go to the beach at any point as well, and that works. And then we have the stairs. Everything's brick because brick is like, I associate brick with winter, you know, of all the pavements. Maybe it's because that's where it always was in Vermont, but yeah, so you have the brick staircases up here. This was supposed to tie in better so that the tops of the staircase would be kind of like a road down here, but it didn't really work out that way. So we kind of have this, and I know I can make custom designs to make it work, but I don't want to use custom designs because I just kind of like using everything that's in the game, you know? And then of course you go down the stairs, but we're not doing that yet. And lampposts, these are right? Yeah. They're on the sides of the bottom stair. That works. Okay, just making sure that's symmetrical because I can't do this for the stairs in the back because we need to we need that to be a passageway. Yeah, like because when you're up here, you can see the tops of the trees, and I think that's cool. But let's start over here. I actually didn't know what I wanted to do with this side of the area for the longest time, so I made a gay flower road. Basically, it's a rainbow. There's no green, so it kind of sucks. There's like one green flower, and then I tried to diversify it as much as possible. I wasn't gonna do actual gardening to make it all possible, because like, you know, you can see I only have 2 kinds of blue flowers and 1 kind of purple flower, that kind of thing. But who's gonna pay attention to that? I don't know. Hopefully no one. A little path through here, nice little bench, and oh, right. And then this is the Christmas tree pond, which I didn't know it was gonna, like, I didn't think it was gonna work. I didn't think I was able to make a pond that looked like a Christmas tree, but I was so pleasantly surprised when it actually worked out. So the things in the middle are like Christmas lights and stuff, and fish spawn in this area over here where that one fish was, and that's it. But at least I have a spawn spot for pond fish. I didn't know if I'd be able to do that. Then I'd have to make another pond. Okay, you know, the weeds could be green as well, but weeds have another purpose. It's like, you only have green mobs. It's like, ah. And then, this was from my old town where there was like a little water pump near the lake, and I wanted to kind of keep that. And I think it's kind of ironic how normally you put water into the trunk of a tree and then the tree sucks it up. But on this one, you take the water from the trunk instead. And then a bunch of safety rails everywhere, which kind of compromises some parts of the island, but it's important. Safety is important. Otherwise, you just walk off and then fall face first into a snow globe and have a bunch of glass in your face as you fall behind Able Sisters and no one can find you. Yeah, garden lanterns, little thing right here. I think there's a balloon, I'm just gonna ignore it. And a star. I tried my hardest to make a star. You can't make a true point. But I guess if you sit here, that makes you the star, right? Something like that. And then I put a sled here basically because, yeah, this is like hills. But obviously you don't want to be sledding down stairs. That's a very dangerous idea. Do not do that in real life. But I still did it anyway. Yeah, you have to climb the rock wall to make it to town square. Yeah, I just put this here anyway. And villagers like to sit on it, and it's a nice little sit spot. Nice little place to do things. I haven't talked about these, what do you call these, utility poles yet? But basically, I mean, I guess you could maybe see it from here. They lead in the back. There's a reason for that, but then they go across here, and this one leads to Able Sisters, and this one leads to Nooks. You can't have wires, but you know, you can imagine there are wires between them, and they're all evenly spaced, which, you know, counting my favorite parts of the making streams, or the making the island streams. And then in here is, actually I could probably dig it up. I already saved the dream address, so anything I screw up here won't be a big deal. An electronics kit. Oh shit! Oh no! Oh no! I have another one, right? Oh no! That was my money rock shovel. Oh crap! Oh, okay, spoilers! Yeah, I didn't think that Town Hall would be, like, you can't move Town Hall, so it's kind of annoying how I had to kind of build around that, but I think I made it work, kind of. So what do I need for a shovel? Let's just take everything at this point. I think it's hardwood, right? Running out of hardwood. Sure. Don't look! Cover your eyes! We're not supposed to be here yet. I don't think they'll let you move Town Hall because that's like, I think the idea is like that's the center. It's like, it's on the little maps when you're choosing your island, so, you know, hindsight's 20/20, but at least in the future we can, if we make a new island, we now know that where the town hall is in relation to the airport is actually important, and to choose an island based on that more than anything else. But, anyway, now that we have a shovel, I can put that back. The electronics kit is basically like, you know how there are, utility poles, and then they have underground wiring for houses. I didn't want to have a bunch of utility hole or poles around the residential area, so I decided I would have this explain kind of an underground thing. Where is... Oh, it's one of these. There we go. And then you have this to look upon the forest down below, even though logistically it wouldn't make much sense. And I figured this well is nice. And it's red and white. Christmas colors. And this rock just happened to spawn here, that's nice. So, over here is the residential area. Because I didn't know what I wanted to do with houses, and I'm like, you know what, let's just put them all together. And then the idea of like front lawns for villagers became a thing, and I'm like, I want to do that, so I took it. And yeah, it kind of works. So, and I actually chose specific areas for each villager. So, let's see. For me, I just wanted to be close to the shops because that's convenient, you know? When you're like, oh, I bought, my inventory's full. I have to run home, put it in my storage, and then run back to Able Sisters. That's just very convenient. So I just put that there. Also, you might notice that all the villagers are wintry themed. I bought amiibo cards, okay? I did not grind for this. Not at all. I'm ashamed to say I bought amiibo cards, but I'm happy with it, so whatever. You know? So basically, I sorted houses based on each of the directions. So like, eastward is where the shops are and kind of where civilization is. Westward is where the beach is. South is also where a beach is. And then north is where like the nature area is, where, you know, the forest is. So I took basically I took every villager and then put them on a little, one of those, you know, like OC charts where I didn't actually do this, but in my head I did. Like an OC chart where it's like, you know, calm, angry, happy, sad, or something like that. And then you kind of put them where they are. I'm doing a bad job of explaining it, but, you know. Amiibo! Hey, Kai. Yeah, I thought I was going to be like, yeah, Animal Crossing is casual. Like, I'm just going to have a casual town, and then I just go ape shit like this. But, so, let's see. The problem is the villagers aren't in order. So, it's kind of difficult to do this. We could start with Whitney, I guess. Whitney, she's like fancy and stuff, so I figured she'd want to be near the shops and civilization. That's kind of simple. Audie, cause look at Audie, and she's like a peppy villager, and you know, you think she'd be by the beach. So originally I was gonna have her in the bottom left. No, yes, bottom left. Lefts and rights are hard for me apparently, but the internet likes shipping Whitney and Audie, so I just posted on Twitter, hey, should I put Whitney and Audie together because them? And everyone said yes, so she's here. At least she's near a beach, right? So, who is next? Roald. Roald, he's the jock villager, right? So I figured it'd be good. Like what I wanted to do was I wanted to have a waterfall down there and then a little pond on top, and Roald would have that as like his pool in his yard, but it didn't fit. So now Roald just kind of has a shitty yard. He's in the center because, well, really, I thought about this morning. Really, it was just because I had nowhere else to put him, but he's willing to walk and, you know, run a farther distance to get anywhere. So putting him in the middle, he probably wouldn't mind, and he's closer to the beach. Hopper is, you know, close. Basically, Hopper in the Animal Crossing anime movie, he was fishing, and he's a penguin. So my whole thing with him is he's a fisher. So I wanted him near the beach, but I figured he wasn't as beachy as Cube, who's like a lazy villager. So he probably wants to chill by the beach and just do nothing all day. we have a lot of funny penguins here. I was considering doing an all penguin town, but I kind of don't really care for all the penguins, so this mix is nice. I have 4 of them, so that's good enough. Then next to me is Fang, because he's kind of like Whitney. fancy man, and he's old. He probably wants to shop and just be in the town square chilling and stuff. Yeah, if only this wasn't a tropical island and there would be ice fishing, that'd be nice. But that's not the case. I'm kind of stuck with the tropical island. It's Eric, right? Eric, no? Who is in the top center? It's been a while. Is anyone in the top center? Boomer. Boomer is, I don't really know where to put Boomer. I just put Boomer there because he's dark green like the forest, and in the center it's like, it's kind of neutral as far as themes go. He's a pilot. Can't really find much pilot stuff, but we'll get to that later. Then after that is Eric, who's a lazy villager, and he's like a deer. So I figured he'd fit the forest, which is right in his backyard, basically. And he's lazy, so he's kind of closer to the beach. Then Bianca is like, she's like a pop idol kind of villager and stuff. And yeah, she just likes to hang out at the beach. That's the vibe I get from her, even though she's a snow leopard. And then we have Hans. Hans is in the back because he's a Yeti. And you know, Yetis usually live in the tops of mountains. So I didn't put him at, I didn't put him at the top of the mountain, as we'll see. He kind of has a little, as you can see on the map, kind of like a little cave kind of thing in the side of the mountain. Even though it's not really a mountain, I wish I could make mountains in this game. So he lives over there. And the reason why I couldn't put lampposts on the stairs is because he couldn't get out. So that's a little asymmetrical, but it's fine. So Hans lives there. So that's where everyone lives. Why they all live in specific places. My yard is just filled with shit that I just kind of like, you know? Little trees that remind me of pine trees. And every yard has a specific flower arrangement. I was gonna do rows of red and white, but I figured I'd just put the flower I like the most, which is this one. The red and dark red is very nice. Basically my favorite color. And just put 2 rows of that. This thing's nice. Whoops. Let's see. It's a pink... I didn't know this did this. I never did this. Pink piece of Tanzuka that reads, I want to be a superstar. Oh, that's cool. So villagers actually put stuff on here? Grant me the willpower to continue cohabitating with bugs. That's cool. Gumball machines are nice. One of my neighbors had a gumball machine in his basement, and when I was a kid, I thought it was the coolest shit ever. We don't like to be reminded of Easter, but I do like the colorful balloons. Snowflake. I don't actually play fighting games yet, but I did want to have that. It's kind of awkward we have to stand in people's way for the paths here, but this is kind of the fence's fault. Now, this is technically only a 1 wide, but it looks like a 2 wide, and that's what I hope to deceive you with. A wreath on the door. And a nice little brick stove with some pizza. I don't know when I specifically finished the island. Like, I did put some finishing touches on it a few days ago, but I hadn't touched the game for weeks since then. Like, really touched the game for weeks. I guess we could go in reverse order. Fang, I didn't really know what to do with Fang. I figured he's a kind of gray white wolf, and he's a fancy man, so white roses were good. And, I gave him a very dad kind of yard. He has the football, if you ever want to play catch. A little workstation here. I could have sworn I had this mug here, hon. Let me... just so you can see it, even if it doesn't make sense. There we go. Extreme dad energy. He used to have a U-shaped desk, and it had more stuff on it, but it just didn't look right because the desks were all different, and I was kind of, you know, what's the word? Compromising or whatever. This is kind of sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to our good friend Boomer, but this is the only like airplane furniture I have, and I looked into the catalog and I'm like, none of this really screams Boomer. Maybe he's more of a simplistic kind of guy. He just likes a clean yard. I gave him orange because kind of matched with his house, honestly. and wind flowers. So, you know, he's an airplane fighter, right? So wind. Too much stupid thought in this. And I did the corners because it's kind of like a crosshair. So, oh, that's pretty cool. Then we have Eric. I gave him these ones because they kind of look like logs, and his whole aesthetic is like logs to me. For Boomer, by the way, I was gonna see if I wanted to do a like a concrete line to be like, what's the word? Where airplanes take off, you know, that kind of thing, but it didn't really look too good. I couldn't really make it work, so he just has a yard. A Boomer jacket mannequin. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Do I have one of those? You know what, maybe I'll do that right now. And there's another balloon. Don't look, by the way. Anything to give this guy a yard that isn't just one piece of furniture because he gets blown out of the damn park. So I'm probably gonna blind this thing because I go up and down this entire thing 12 times when I'm looking for a specific outfit, considering all this is outfits. And I wish that they would increase storage space so that you could fit every piece of clothing or something, but it has to be a shirt, right? It's not like an outfit. Assuming I have it. I might not even have it. But I'm sure I do. I should take this and put this in Eric's yard, actually, but I do kind of want to wear it. And Eric doesn't need anything else. You should see how much time I've spent agonizing over what do I throw out? What do I get rid of? It is in here, right? Like, I just blinded it. Maybe it's near the top, and that's why I know. Maybe I'm just thinking of the helmet, which I guess I could give him. There might not even be a bomber style jacket, and I might just be thinking of the helmet. In which case, I know I have that. Because I was wondering if I wanted to throw it away to make space. I hope I'm not wrong about that. No, I can't be wrong about that. I didn't even think about using clothes as like decorative furniture for villagers. It's a pretty smart idea. Mannequins are kind of understated in this game by comparison. Which one is the least like boomers? This will save my position, right? Whoops. Shit. Shit. That's not what I wanted to do. That's at the right. That's not at the right spot. Oh my god, okay. Okay, we can do this. It's no big deal. Mailed me one. Nice. Okay, I was gonna say, I can, okay, now we have to find KK Ska again. There it is. I'm sold. Actually, this was probably the wrong direction before anyway. So, maybe it's a good thing we did that. I'm gonna have to update my dream address now. Okay, what is the phone button? You think I would know this, right? Okay. What is Boomer's hat? It's brown. So let's give him a green one. He'll have a green one that he'll never change into ever, but because he could be like an anime character and always wear the same shit. I still can't get over one time I sent Griffin something, and he read that default message, and he thought I wrote it, and he was like, he was really happy about it, and then it's like, no, that's the default message. It's like, oh, cool. So then it'll actually match up. We had like a brainwave there. There we go. He comes outside and does that. Also, you might be wondering what's up with the paved dirt square under the house. And I think every house, I don't know if every house has that or just these two, but I forgot to remove them, and you can't remove them when a house is over them. I use them to mark where the houses were gonna go. So that kind of sucks, but you know, who cares, right? Who cares? Have I been skydiving? No. I wonder if there's a desk like that. Yeah, in a way I've kind of grown to like how simple this yard is. If there are any ideas, then yeah. But yeah, yeah, you can't make a mannequin wear stuff and then change into it. That's like what the blonde outfits are for, I guess. Which is fine, but yeah, Eric's all about logs. It's kind of warm stuff. It's kind of simple. And then I just made it like this because the way these are like ovular and orange remind me of logs, and then I made it in a kind of log shape. It's kind of stupid. Bianca has pink flowers because, I mean, it's kind of obvious, right? And they were supposed to cover both sides of her house, but then, you know, this kind of happened because space was a problem. So I kind of like how this kind of just destroyed her garden in a way. I think that's funny. Yeah, he just took a log and fucking chopped it in half. But a den desk. Wonder if I have that. I mean, it's in alphabetical order, right? I've sold all my furniture that I'm not using for clothes space, but I buy everything I don't have. So, den desk. Oh, it's white. And it's 10,000. Well, that's not a problem. Actually, I think. Hold on, doesn't Fang have that? If he doesn't, maybe he should. No, because then these are brown, but then I can paint them white. Nah, brown desk is kind of more fitting. The hell's that? That's just a grasshopper. But yeah, so I filled her yard with stuff that would be fitting for her, like, you know, being recorded, and then there's the Apple TV there, because that's supposed to be like, what's the thing where you read lines, like newscasters read what they're supposed to say on there? That's what that's supposed to be. And it was just pure coincidence that the lights were red and green like Christmas. If I could have both of them be yellow, I would. But teleprompter, yeah, that's it. I was originally going to have this pointed at her house like paparazzi waiting for her to come out, but that's kind of weird. Then there's the mic because she likes to sing this so that she keeps her tempo. And I turned it off because it was annoying when I was doing work around here, but I guess it could stay on now. And then this is her favorite. I don't know if this is her favorite song actually, but it definitely fits her the most. And here is Cube. I don't really know much about him other than he's lazy. I just did 2 rows of yellow because he's all about yellow. And I don't know if it was coincidence at the time or not, but I have whatever these flowers are called on this side of the cliff, so it kind of fits. And talks about bugs in his house, so that's what the ant thing is for. Hammock because he's lazy. And he seems like the kind of guy who would just have a sofa outside in his yard. Like, have you guys ever had neighbors like that? Or have seen people, like, whenever I go over my roommate's brother's house, his neighbors have a sofa outside. He seems like the kind of guy who would have that. So I think I kind of went overboard on Hopper's house. Hopper is like my favorite villager though, so whatever. So he has 2 giant ass fish, 2 of the biggest fish in the game, just chilling here. He has a cooler to put all of his fish, a scale to weigh the fish, a whole set here to whatever the word is for using a knife to remove the scales of a fish and chop them up and gut them and stuff. So that's why he has knives and cutting boards and stuff. All kinds of fishing rods, and of course, a fish statue. And then his house is also yellow. And I was like, what have I not done yet? So, just a bottom row of flowers. Here's Roald. He's the jock, so he has just a bunch of workout equipment. And then the fan, which I wasn't planning for, but I saw it in the shop and I figured it'd be funny. And yeah, his yard is kind of gimped because of this whole thing right here, but that's fine. And surfing. He's a penguin. And he only has 1 blue flower because he's all blue, and gardening doesn't seem like his kind of thing. So just 1 flower for him. And then here's Audie. Oh, that's kind of nice that she has the thing. I didn't really know what Audie's thing was. She kind of reminds me of like one of those beach aunts. You know what I mean? Is that an actual trope, or is that just a thing that's in my head? Either way, I filled her stuff out with a bunch of like ocean things. I don't know why this was here. It's here now though. And basically just flowers around the house. Like the yellow and red is perfect for Audie because those are basically her colors. So a bunch of beach stuff. And then it complements Whitney, who has all around. So if you put their yards together, it'd kind of be filled with flowers in a way. Just a bunch of fancy stuff. A bunch of fancy butterflies. Not too much to it. Other than that. So that's everyone's house, except for Hans, who we'll get to. But yeah. So it's the residential district. I should probably go over this stuff. I don't really know what to do with the beach. I put a marimba here, though, because that's like the beach instrument. So you're chilling in the shade of the palm trees, and then someone's playing the marimba, and it's just a nice little thing. Kind of wish these aligned better. But the thing is, I didn't want to make them like a straight line across here, because if there were manila clams in the sand, it'd be harder to see them. So that's kind of like a compromise between function and form. And then I made this here because basically I need a bridge to connect the beaches. So poor Roald kind of got shafted so that you can run around all the beaches grinding for manila clams and stuff. But yeah, he couldn't even get a pool in his yard because it's too small up there. Sorry, Roald. Also, it's kind of inconvenient to have to run around his house. And then I just put little weeds here because, as we'll see on the west side, that's just kind of an aesthetic I like. Because, stuff can grow in the sand. And it's weird. It's always weird to me, but I think it's cool, regardless. But yeah, so basically I put lifeguard chairs everywhere. I probably shouldn't have, since it looks like crap, but... And this is supposed to have more stuff. I kind of skimped out on the beaches, honestly. Like, I had no real idea what to do with them. I put this here for crafting manila clams, honestly. That's about it. So it kind of looks out of place. Life preserver, and then a little fishing chair on the dock. I think that's good. Also, they help serve the purpose of dock fishing, because if a fish is here, like up here, then I think this, like, there's some distance where you can drag these and then make a wall for yourself so that when you throw the fishing rod, it lands, no, that's too far, but it lands like directly there if a fish is basically hugging the dock and is being annoying. So you can rearrange these in a way to make a wall so that you always get the distance right. You got the shitty short one? What do you mean, like, is there a short dock? I didn't even know that docks could be different. I thought they were all basically uniform except for position. And then I used to have a bunch of fishing rods along here because I made too many. Because I'm like, I'm never going to catch the string fish. I need to make a bunch of fishing rods so that I can just not worry about crafting. So I basically culled most of them. And wow, that's interesting that you can get different length things. That's weird. But yeah, anyway. Because when I go to, or when I went to Ocean City, sometimes fishermen would just have like their fishing rods planted in the sand with their lines cast out, and then if something tugged on it, then they would get up from their chair, and I guess I should put chairs back here, but get up from their chair and then pull the fishing rod from there. And then when I was a kid, I would always walk along the beach and then walk into the lines and then get all tangled up in them and be very upset and cry. And it's not good, but I made this whole shore this because of that. Actually, while I'm doing this, I should probably go over the flowers too. Hold on, give me a second. Praying mantis. I mean, it's not too complicated. Red and white because of Christmas, right? And they're the easiest to get. I was gonna do a rainbow situation where, like, you know, it would start with red over here and then go to orange and yellow as you kept going along, and that would kind of help you know how far along the shore you are, but getting all of those flowers is too hard. So I kind of made the compromise and made the rainbow road in the top right, or I guess technically bottom right of the island. Yeah, basically I like how roses and tulips look, so they kind of get front seats right here. Since this is probably the shore, I'm gonna be walking along the most. If flowers are missing, that's because it's kind of an afterthought. But then I put these over here because also all the bushes you see here are holly bushes. So once December comes around, it's gonna look really Christmassy. But yeah, this right here is like a cliff area. So like I talked about it when in previous streams, but in Hawaii, there was this beach at the bottom of a giant cliff face, and there was this path that was barely a path, just a bunch of rocks and shit, and you had to wind down it like in a kind of zigzag pattern because you can't just go straight down. That's too steep. So I kind of replicated something like that here. So that's why there are like stone ramps and there are a bunch of stones around and stone paving and all that stuff, because it's supposed to be kind of like a rough side path down to the beach if you want it more natural than anything else. And a bunch of bushes in here. But yeah, so that's kind of why I chose these flowers, because these flowers kind of seem like they would grow in an area like that. This is a lot safer than that, by the way. I was like, this was literally like a year ago when I went to Hawaii and did that. So, and I'm not in shape, and my mom is in shape, and she wants me to do things that are in shape. She's like, "Oh, it's fine, you can do it." And going down, I felt like I was gonna die. My legs were shaking constantly because I was afraid I was gonna slip on a rock and fall and break my back on another rock or something. And the way up, I'm like, oh well, I'm not gonna have to worry about slipping and falling on the way down, so it'll be easy. But no, gravity had other plans. So that was really rough. This is a lot easier. Yeah, getting this to work and cutting into the residential area kind of sucked, but I do really like this idea, so I wanted to keep it. And then just some beach towels on this side. Casual stuff. Also, I wanted, by the way, as an aside, I wanted to be near the giant rocks on the beach. I feel like that would make sense, so that's why I put it here. Actually, if you want to know one part of the island I didn't know what to do with, it's up here. I wanted a top of the waterfall kind of situation so that I at least had a pond like this, but because it ended up being so small around the pond, I couldn't really think of anything to put up here, so it's just kind of a nature area, I guess. And then the single normal tree in the entire island is like right here. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of dangerous to get here though, watch out, you know, you have to go along here, but yeah, I wanted villagers to be able to get there. Also, actually, what I wanted to do was make it so that you had to hop over this, but because of how terraforming works, you can't make a single gap when it's 2 levels up. So that kind of sucks. That pink one isn't supposed to be there. I guess I didn't put a red one there, but that's fine. So yeah, these flowers go all along this side. And more palm trees. I put palm trees here because it kind of fades into the forest here, you know, so you have forest trees and then they become palm trees. Big tree area. I put this here because rocks. These are mums, right? I just put these here because there's nothing else to do. And then actually it's kind of nice that red is here now, because I wanted a way to the secret beach anyway, but then once the secret beach was like, hey, that's where red goes, I want my island to be completely traversable without a ladder. So once we get up to the museum, you'll kind of see that it's kind of off. That's because I needed to make a back path to the secret beach. And I put a fake bush here to be like, ooh, it's a little secret, it's hiding. So, yeah. I wanted to have the museum centered, but that's why I couldn't have the museum centered, because this had to be cut out. So it's kind of fine, because when you're up there, it helps you see if red is there. So if you're going to the museum and you forget red exists, then that's there, and you can get out here. And then I think these flowers are the natural flower of the island, so they get a pretty big amount of real estate. But before we go over there, let's start back at the town square and go from there. Where are we at time-wise? Almost an hour. Well, 45 minutes. I mean, the front of the island is where everything's going on, so yeah. Roomba. Actually, I guess I should go over this beach as well. Some more coconut trees, another lifeguard thing, another crafting thing, because, you know, manila clams. Can't just craft stuff. This is beach chair land. What's up, Roald? Are you gonna talk about moving? Sure, Roald. A baby romper. I don't know, but sure, Roald, just in case I don't have it. He's not supposed to say Genki. That's an Audi thing. And then he started learning it. You might be like, why aren't there any flowers over here? For the life of me, I cannot get... What flower is it that looks like the horn? It's like a lily, right? I cannot get any lilies. Leaf never sells them. So this part of the island would be red and white lilies if I had them. I don't have them. So it's empty. Maybe in the future, but yeah. So every... do you have lilies naturally? I don't know how many you can send over, or if you want to come over. I think we're friends, right? That'd be nice. Then I could actually fill out this part of the island. But every island has a part of land that juts out, right? So I just kind of made it like a kind of cliff face area. The lighthouse is there, as it is with everyone's, and it's like just kind of similar to an area where I was in Hawaii or even Ireland. There were a lot of areas like this down near the beach where it's just cliffs, and then sometimes it's just a bunch of wildlife and stuff, so that's why there are a bunch of weeds, and then sometimes little passageways through them. So that's what this is. Mostly it's just so every beach is connected, you know, that's a common theme, but I figured it's kind of cool. It reminds me of those very naturey, cliffy beach areas that exist around the world. And, yeah. I didn't know what to do with this beach, so I put a little sand thing here, basically. And then just because I like the idea of terraforming sand. What? That was good. But yeah, I like the idea that you can plant palm trees in terraformed areas. Ignore the pop-in shadows, by the way. This island has a lot of stuff, I guess. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to extend the beach as well, since this beach is way too small. So this is kind of like a beach. As you can see, these are still going through. It goes right next to Town Hall, which is in this little alcove area. You can see it from the Rainbow Road. It's kind of nice, but whenever you talk to vendors, the camera pulls all the way up because this cliff is here, but space is just a thing. So, oh, is that Tater Tot? I'm gonna say no. I'll hear it. Buddy. Well, Tater Tot is someone else's thing, so you know what? Fine. I think Tater Tot is Boomer's thing. Not Boomer's. Forget the name of my villagers. It's sad. Yeah, so I made this beachy, and we might as well go up. To connect all the beaches, once again, another bridge. And it's brick, because brick is kind of the theme here. And then I put brick pavement here, just so that the bridge has like a kind of solid foundation to dig into. So then the beach extends the same way out. More palm trees. A little place to chill out. Can't really do much up here, so because of the rocks and stuff. I was gonna put a pyramid here. And then here's a nice little... This was here like in the beginning of my island. You get a really nice view from here. So it's nice. And then you always gotta have a bidet with your toilet. I'm serious, bidets are sick. So never doubt them. I put these here because whatever. Like, whatever. These flowers, I mean. Yeah, I just had I just have all the flowers go across the 8 sides of the two kind of cliffs, except for the back because you don't really see the back. I would have planned for that if you could. All right, so you know, Town Hall's here. Town Hall's the same as everyone else basically, and we're here again. So you walk down here. I kind of had these extend out because I thought it was cool to have like walls alongside the stairs. You can't really do that here because, you know, it would block the behind the shop thing, but you can do that here. So you have more lights. Actually, if I get a call again, then I'll think it's urgent. I guess I should, wait, hold on. This is symmetric, right? By the 2 stairs. Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm good. Yeah, if you want to come out here, you can. I blocked these with, you can barely see it, but Santa gnomes are here to prevent you from just kind of running around the cliffs. It's no fun, but if you look very carefully, you can maybe see them a bit. Yeah, these guys welcome you to the more natural part of the island. I had no idea what to do with this space. I figured a cherry tree, because cherries are the natural fruit of the island, would be fitting, and then I just surrounded it by holly bushes because I figured that looked nicer than just nothing. And then here's a bridge that takes you over the river. So this area is basically just a forest and a river and then a path down, like a walking path down. I made it straight because, well, basically, it reminds me of a park that I used to go to with my mom a lot. It was quite a drive, but it was basically just a river, or I guess it was more like a creek. Not a river. It was more like a creek, and then there were 2 walking paths on either side, and it was surrounded by forests. And I thought, as a kid, it was the coolest shit of all time. So I recreated it on the island, where there's just a walking path and then forests as big as I could make them on both sides, while still having everything else. So I wish they could be bigger, but it's a walking path all the way down. And I put lamps. There was a whole counting stream because lamps don't go 1 per tile. They're like 3. There are 3 spots per tile you could put a lamp. So lining them all up and making sure they're all equidistant from each other was annoying, to say the least, but it worked out. And then I have weeds here because, and this is like a darker kind of dirt because it's like supposed to be wet from the river, and you know, plants growing here as well, but you could still walk up to the river if you want and do some fishing or just whatever. So, and then I put park benches down. They're dark green because that fits the aesthetic, and they're every other lamp because, yeah. And it's true on the other side too. I made it so that they're I made it so that they're every other one, so that it's not like they're too common, because this is kind of a walk trail, right? And if you're sitting here and someone's sitting there, it's kind of awkward if you're just staring at each other. You just kind of want to relax. So that's why I made them every other one. Yeah, this forest, I don't have enough weeds. Like, that's just the sad truth. And getting weeds to grow is honestly kind of difficult, surprisingly. You just have to wait. So this would be, like this back area at least, that's farther away from the natural trail, would be filled with weeds. But there are only like some weeds. You can't really see because of that. But there are some weeds, there are some moss balls in here, there are some mossy rocks as well. So if you're walking along here and you're stopped, you're probably touching one of those. Isabel says there are too many trees for a 5-star ranking, but I am not getting rid of these trees, that's for sure. You know, maybe I will come over and collect some weeds. You have all the Nook miles for selling them. And then I can collect flowers too. You know, that might be a good way to... That might be a good thing to do if you're still around when I'm done this. But yeah, so this goes over here, another brick bridge, and a nice little waterfall area. And I have, I thought I had another rock like this over there, but a rock filled with water from the waterfall, a double-decker waterfall. I think it's nice. And it's kind of the same over here. This forest is, I think, a little thicker than the bottom one, but it's basically the same thing on both sides. I think it's really nice. See, there are some weeds growing back there, but you can see a lot better in here. And this is a really cool view, I think, when you do this. And I was very careful to make all the trees alternating like this and not in rows, because otherwise you could just look like this and then see straight through them. So this makes them look a lot, you know, more dense. I think that's cool. And then over here, we have some cut down trees, because the idea is this was supposed to be forest as well, but it was cut down to make way for the wires, because if you put wires right next to trees, you're an idiot who's just asking for power outages. So I wanted to have that as a little environmental storytelling. I mean, the idea is before this island, I mean, obviously you could see what this island was like before we came here, but in my personal lore, I like the idea that it was basically like a valley. So like it would be two kind of mountainish areas, which is how it is now. And then in the valley was just a bunch of pine trees and stuff. I like that idea. Of course, the straight river kind of makes that a little hard to believe, but that's what I personally like to think the island was. And then this area is just kind of preserving as much of that as possible while making a nice little path along the river and stuff. And then kind of like I was gonna... Yeah, I really wish you could. Hey, there's Hans coming out of his cave. But, actually, in case I forget, my town tune is supposed to be the Snow Miser. Like, I'm Mr. White Christmas, I'm Mr. Snow. Oh, he's not gonna do it now? Oh well. I didn't mention it back at Town Hall, but my flag is, you know what, we can run back. I mean, I'm going to talk about it later, but if the farming update is real, that would help me out a lot. My flag is kind of like a dark blue, and then like teal, and then a light teal, because it's basically what my avatar is, and what I use for my thumbnails. So I figured I would make it my town flag, and then it actually looks like a flag. You know, it's like a... I had limited colors for the flag in this game, but it's supposed to be like a kind of multi-layered, like wintry, dusk kind of look, basically. And it kind of is bi, isn't it? But yeah, I wanted... The campsite is here, and has some campsite stuff. It's still in the forest. I just didn't know what to do with this area. Like this little side, it's basically a side area now. And I wanted to put the campsite like in this forest, kind of farther away from civilization, maybe like right around here. But then like Hans's place is right there, and it would really make the forest, or at least this part of the forest, not look dense if I just cut out a campsite there. I didn't like how it looked, so I decided that this side area would be fine for it. I wish I could have more trees around it, like plant trees here and stuff, and have like a second layer of trees here before the beach, but I think it's fine as a nice little camp. It does look like a nice campsite area, especially during the day like this. And this little area over here is if the camper wants to have a little bath, you know? So that they aren't just disgusting campers. What's your campsite like? Did you like build around it and have a bunch of cool campy stuff around it? Like I wanted to put more camp stuff around here, but you know, the trees got in the way, and the trees are more important than camp furniture, I think. So that's what I did. Yeah, so and lining this up was pretty difficult too. Like make the path end here and then go straight up to the museum like this. I think that's pretty cool. And I think this used to be dirt, but once I decided to pave this, the brick just looked better. And you know, it's not really a path when it starts going up here, so I made it brick. More brick. Yeah, I have seen a lot of nice like pathing designs and stuff like that, but like I said earlier, I kind of like using just what the game gives me. I'm working with that because you never know. Also, it's easier to not do that. So this is kind of asymmetrical. I hate it, but like this is supposed to work. Like it's not supposed to look asymmetrical, but I decided to put two mammoths by the museum instead, so that it's like, because what museum doesn't have a nice cool statue kind of thing outside it? And we all know what the inside of the museum looks like. And I stole this idea from Claire, but having having the museum on the back top, like on the back of the mountain, at the back of the island on the top of a mountain makes it look really cool. It's kind of hard with this, but you know, and then having a telescope there is also kind of nice. Another fountain and some more chairs. Just a nice little chill area. You want to look at the sunset or something. Well, actually, I don't know where the sun sets on this island, but yeah, it's just the problem with having two stairs is I ran into the stair limit. You can only have 8 stairs, and I used 4 of them for, you know, the front area, and 2 of them here, and then the other 2 for the cliff area. So I'm content with this, basically. Kind of sucks. Actually, I lied. There are 2 natural trees here because these were money trees, and I think they kind of fill the place out. Like, this was just empty before. No idea what to do with this area still. And then I have all the fruit trees back here. Actually, you know what we should do? Well, I have all the fruit trees back here. This is probably why I have too many trees on the island. Like, if I cut all these trees down, and if they add the farming update, then I could replace all this with farmland. Because the idea is this is where the island gets all of its food. From like back here. So I thought about that as well, you know. This is kind of like a farm. It's basically like an orchard. Everyone has an orchard because everyone wants to have all the fruit trees and stuff. So this is my orchard, and it's on the top of a cliff. So I think that's nice. But before we continue, let's go to Hans's place. This is the only way you can naturally get to Hans's place. Lore-wise, I like to think that Hans climbs down the mountain face. He obviously doesn't, and he obviously can't, which is why I've moved the lamppost so that you can actually do this. So that's a little non-symmetrical. That's not a word, is it? I was gonna have the lamps down here, but then it would be like in the forest, and it looked kind of weird, so I just put them down here. It should still light the stairs up well enough, I think. Yeah, so much island lore. Originally, it was because I didn't... Well, actually, what I was going to do is I was going to have all my villagers take up the residential area, and then on like a little peninsula behind the Nook shop, I was going to have my house, but that took up way too much space and kind of ruined the forest. So I'm like, well, I kind of want my house to be near the thing, and I didn't want my house to be separated from everyone, because I'm a villager too, you know? Like... That was the idea I was going for. I don't want to seem more important than everyone else, so I kind of wanted to be in the residential district in some capacity. So this is the best of both worlds, where I can be right there, I can be close to all the shops, and a villager is moved away in a place that makes sense. Yeah, I was wondering if I would be able to make an orchard. But one of my plans was actually to box the whole forest in. So, you know, on the sides where like the beach is and where the tent is, I would have just walls basically, except for the river. And then I would put my orchards on the walls, but I like this idea better. It looks better. Yeah, here's Hans's house. I built up the terraforming like this so that it was like a cliff, as I kind of said before. And got as many kind of different stone things as I could. Yeah, I made a path for him so that he could get through. This used to have rocks, but then he couldn't make it through. So this is actually supposed to be still red and white, but I removed all the rocks here and then flowers grew instead. Same with kind of over here, but it's fine. So Hans is supposed to live in a cliff or in a cave inside of the mountain. Not really a mountain, but it works. And actually, one part of my island that is, I guess, technically unfinished is the bamboo part. Basically, I'm like, I want to have a place for bamboo on my island, but I don't know where it is or where to put it. And then this was just kind of open, so I'm like, okay, I'll put the bamboo here. It's like still nature-ish. These aren't grown though, and I wish they would grow. And this is unfinished, but you know, kind of fades into this. And then I have bushes here and a fake bush here. I tried to make it so that it was higher up, so that this would be behind the bush and do the camera angle a bit more tricky to see. Not tricky to see at all, but a bit more tricky to see. But this is just like because of how this antenna is, it didn't work. So this is another kind of secret passage. Move through the danger cone and the warning. And this is basically where the island gets all of its electricity. In the top of the mountain in the back, so it's kind of behind the scenes, doesn't ruin a lot of the scenery and stuff. Solar energy, wind energy. This is where everyone gets reception for their TV as well. And of course, this is where the electric line starts. So the electric line connects from here to the two shops in the residential area through this side of the island. And I do really like that. Yeah, getting this to work was annoying. And I was originally going to make this stone path, like just a normal stone, but that looked gross. So I think this kind of stone works, even though multiple times I have said that this stone looks like paving for a shopping district in Florida. But when you're using what the game gives you, I think this looks actually pretty good. So that's pretty cool. And then I actually never removed all the Santas from down there. So that's kind of a remnant of my idea of... Because actually what I was going to do was, instead of flowers here, before the flower idea, I was going to have a bunch of Santa gnomes line this cliff here. So like you could kind of see them through the forest and stuff. But I didn't do that. I went with the flowers instead. So between the two Santa gnomes lining the cliffs idea, they're just kind of chilling back there. Because I bought too many. And one more thing. I wonder if I can I see it? Yeah. So previously when I started the game, I got this yellow maid outfit and is an ugly shade of yellow. And I hate yellow, but I was forced to wear it because it was the only maid outfit I had. And once I got the black one, I basically, on the beach on the right side, like basically right below the power plant area, I surrounded it by fire because it's a demon and deserves to be exorcised. So now that's happening in the back of the island. It's a nice little Easter egg. The giant bonfires kind of make it, you know, easy to see, but you know, it's a little secret. And that's basically my island. Oh, it's a leaf bug. I think that's everything, right? So you can't really do much with the back of the island. I think that's everything for my island. So, yay! That's the island lore, all the reasoning behind everything. And I'm probably gonna change some stuff once. Oh wait, no, my house! I forgot my house. Hello? We'll do my house, and then we're good. Because once winter rolls around, all the winter furniture will show up, and then all the Christmas furniture will show up, and I will have more stuff to decorate with. So, especially the inside of my house, but. And then maybe even once the farming update comes out, I'll change the orchard. That's like basically confirmed, right? Like that's been data mined multiple times. Anyway, the main room of my house is basically Santa's workshop. So you have Santa overseeing everything and checking his list. He's on a box because he's a short gnome man, but there's a workbench right here, basically for convenience, but also the gnomes can use it to build everything. It's like the wood and the windows, I think, were the closest thing to a Santa's workshop aesthetic that I could get. There's a map of the world for Santa. Actually, you can't really see too much higher up here, but there are a bunch of gears that are across the walls because it's a workshop. And this gnome is making electronic toys. The biker gnome is making bikes. And I thought the exercise bike was a good gag. I think I ran out of gnomes, or I don't have an extra gnome, so this is kind of the same gnome. He's making sports stuff. Oh yeah, Santa has a globe here as well for the world. This gnome is packing a bunch of toys up for later, and this gnome is making a bunch of like toy stuff for kids, and that's why there's a little lamp thing up there, and tools are on that wall. Cleaning supplies. I think it's a pretty good area. And then just pictures of kids, just to remind you what your purpose is in life. Let's see if we can get a higher look at the walls here. Some garland. It's very festive. Yeah, I didn't want to put gears over the windows, so I just barely made that possible. I was gonna mix in some golden gears, but I kind of like normal gears better. Hey Kevin, I went over my island and now I'm kind of explaining my house. There's a breaker over there. So this room is the clothes room. You could make an argument that you can get clothes for Christmas, but this is just kind of a room I wanted to make. It's all pink and nice, and there are clothes on the walls. I didn't cover this wall, but I did cover this wall kind of. The idea is I didn't want to take outfits out of my wardrobe if I want to change into them, but I do have plenty of outfits. So you have a little mirror here to change, this to change. And then just a bunch of sewing stuff, as well as like the makeup and the pink flamingo just to fit the aesthetic. There's a shirt press. Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll take it. If you have anything else to help fill this up. So yeah, I guess in a sense my island isn't fully done with stuff like this wall, but hey, whatever. And I put the phone here because this room does remind me of like an old person's home. I think it's the walls, you know, just how they're wood, and that just seems like it would fit. So. And then I think I just got too many exit signs naturally, so there's just an exit sign on like every door. And then this room is the terrarium, or the greenhouse, whichever one you want to describe it as. So I put a bunch of plants down. Here's stuff to like water them. And these plants are kind of near the... Okay, that's enough. These plants are... Like, I kind of tried to line the plants up with the floor here. And the rug kind of fits. This looks fake as shit, but, you know, I want a lamp in here. So, whatever. And the idea I got for this was because there's this one Frosty the Snowman movie where... this girl is trying to get Frosty back to the North Pole or something before he melts, and they come across just a greenhouse in the middle of this snowy hellscape, and Frosty melts in there, spoilers, but just the idea of like a greenhouse to preserve all the plants when they can't survive in the outdoors is pretty cool. And Pantarctica is supposed to be snowy, so that's what this room of the house is supposed to be like. You might notice that everything is hanging from a tree, so I made sure to make that a thing. Also, I like plants. Plants are cool. Frosty's Dade. I think he gets wished back to life or something. It's a kid's show, so like whatever. It's a pants press. Oh, even better. I had to figure out where to fit it. This was a maid room, basically, and I just decided to keep it because I do like the aesthetic of like a fancy, ornate thing. This is just kind of a behind-the-scenes room or whatever. Actually, I might have that here, but... So there are a bunch of cleaning supplies, a bunch of fancy stuff. Tea, of course. There's the painting. That's fake, I think. He's a sad lad, but... This room is just very fancy and stuff. There's another painting that's apparently fake. I don't know what's fake about it. I thought it was real, but I put it in here as well. And then... It was really hard to make it so that you can actually walk to the back room, by the way. I'm like, oh, I have to remove stuff. I don't want to. This is basically, I wanted to make a chocolate room because I like chocolate as an aesthetic. So everything in here, except for this. Does anyone have a brown one of these? That would help me out. Is like, you know, brown and it's the aesthetic. The earrings, God. And then this song is basically Chocolate Mountain from Mario Kart 64, so that's why I chose it. I just really like the chocolate aesthetic, you know? Also, my username used to be Chocolate Kirby on the internet, because I liked the chocolate colored Kirby back in the day. So, it's lore. I don't think there's anything else like interesting here per se. Other than like the ice cream. I turned the ice cream towards the camera so that you don't see the vanilla side as much, but it's a lamp, so. And then the basement. Now normally if gyroids were in this game, which they aren't, and they should be, this would just be gyroid hell again because it's an obligation. But since gyroids aren't in this game, I actually repurposed it into something else. An idea that I'm rather fond of. The area where the reindeer are. So I have a bunch of rockers as as the reindeer, and that's the closest I could get. I chose this sidewalk thing because it's supposed to be like the road, and then industrial stuff, I guess. Why did I choose that? I'm not too sure. TV, like you can't move through here, but and then all the gnomes taking all the pack stuff. Like the guy upstairs was starting. This is where all the pack stuff ends up going, so that it can go on Santa's sled back there. Which you can't put furniture on the sled. This is why I wanted trash bags, so that it could be like, you know, Santa's sack. But we have a bunch of boxes. This is why I want cardboard boxes as well. And Rudolph, it's like the closest I could get to giving Rudolph a red nose right there. But yeah, I made as many boxes as I could, and the music is like ready to take off. I wanted to make doors, and actually what I was gonna do was, if the reindeer didn't take up so much space, I was gonna make like doors in the back, and then like on the island, excuse me, in the area behind my house, I was gonna make pavement and more doors against the cliff face right there, so it would be like the doors open in the workshop, and then the reindeer go out from the basement and then fly up from there, but it didn't really fit, unfortunately. So this is what we get for now. It's a bit cramped, but it's the reindeer's fault. All right, let's see here. Yeah, that's basically the entire island. You can't really decorate the inside of villagers' houses, which is why I went with pants. No, which is why I went with yards. And why you probably should too, because I think giving villagers yards is a cool idea. All right, let's see if we can put these in the room first, or in the room at all. I might remove the flamingo to make some space. I don't want to remove the teddy bear though. All right, let's see here. Pockets. Oh, it's small. I thought this was a too wide. Let's go with the brown one. Okay, flamingo. You're getting yeeted. Teddy bear can go there. Can I move you? We can do that. You know what bothers me? This is like the only thing that you can't put things on top of. I made a tweet about it. Like, look at that. I would have put the teddy bear on top of here, but you can't. And I do really like this cute wardrobe, so sucks, but oh well. Dance press. Squeeze. I can't unsqueeze it. Oh well. Now it's even more closey. I should, like, over the days where I haven't played this, I should have logged in and just ordered a bunch of clothes to fill the walls, because that's my vision, but oh well. I'm a bit lazy. Alright. Josh, can I come to your island and pick up lilies and, what was the other thing? Forget what it was. Trying to... Oh, weeds. Of course. I have to quit. Oh shit, I have to clear out my inventory though. Cherry umbrella. And we can actually fill out this island. Alright, so I have to clean out the inventory anyway. A Western style stone. Oh, that's the grave. I was gonna say, can I put that around Hans's house and the cliff face and stuff, but I don't think so. I can put you away, right? Actually put a lot of this stuff away. Actually, I think this is the yellow one, right? I want to sell it. Should double check though. Yep. Get out of my inventory. I need 2 fishing rods. What's this doing in here? Just everything we want to sell behind the bell bag. Table lamp. I was gonna put these poolside beds down, but then it wouldn't be like every other tree. Some of them would have extras, so I might as well sell these as well. Una's bed I think is exclusive, so let's not sell that. Buy out. Why did I say it like that? Does anyone want a Stonewall Knight's helmet, shell rug, or Starry Sands floor? Because I don't need them. Baby romper, I am going to sell that. Drop the fossils somewhere. You know what? I mean, let's see how many Toastman has. Donate the Great White. I mean, you can't even really see the weeds anyway. It's just kind of a personal thing. Just knowing that they're not there, even if you won't know, tears at me. I wish the moss balls weren't on plates, by the way, but yeah, I'm very, very proud of the island. Log off. Keep missing the fireworks shows, but I don't have any custom designs, so it's not that interesting. Oh yeah. You want me to talk about a flaw of the island? The fact that it comes out at an angle like this. I would have moved it down one so that it was completely straight, but by that point I had already done so much work before realizing it. So, whoops. Whoops. If I cared enough, like too much, like way too much, I would have actually, you know, moved the bridge, made so that town, well, that's the thing too. I didn't want town hall to have this directly behind it, you know? You can do that though. I was surprised to learn. It's not like there's water too close to town hall, or I might be misremembering. Yeah. And then I made rocks down here so that the poles have things to stick into. Kind of makes the map look ugly, but yeah, I was gonna try to organize the rocks in specific places, but it's too much work as well. Lucky. That's what it sounds like he says. Opening gate. Alright. Just make this donation. I found this while surveying the beach to put furniture down. That's basically how I find all my sharks. Never have looked for them. First and foremost, they're known for their biting. Wow. They do lose teeth regularly though. Yeah, I knew about that. Missing teeth can be regrown in a single day. I didn't know that. Sharks are cool. It's okay. Honestly, I do kind of like, I like the aesthetic of an untouched island. You think it looks worse than when it started? Okay, how's our inventory? I have to sell some stuff and then we're good. Hey, Eric. Well, what the hell is that? Hold on, give me a sec. A sea globe? Why put that in Audie's thing? Yeah, if you want, I think the Starry Sands flooring is the only valuable thing here. Honestly, I feel like I'll just keep them. I don't want to, but I will. I can't throw things away. I shouldn't need that much inventory space. Like, it'd be ridiculous. All right. Actually, isn't my stream title like Island Showcase or something? It's gonna be really funny when I go to a place that isn't my island. That's fine. I'll probably specifically highlight the part of the stream that is the showcase. All right, let's see how bad could it be? How bad could this be? Yeah, I think my island doesn't have too much going on, which I like. Because some islands are like very impressive visually, but they have, I feel like they have too much going on. Like too many little things on the ground and stuff like that. Not that they're bad per se, it's just too much for me. Kevin, it's been a while since I've seen your island, but it might be that. But like I said, you know, I think that's more of a me thing. I think most people are impressed by them. Oh, I was just gonna buy a bunch of them. Yeah, I just need red and white to line that side of the island. Do you have any like plans for what you want your island to be, even if you don't want to put the work in? Because like when I was like, all right, I want to make my island into something, I'm like, I have no idea what I want my island to be. And then I eventually just kept getting ideas. Like I think the only ideas I took was the museum at the top from Claire, aka Bunny, and Villager Yards, also from Claire. So, all right, I forgot you said that you terraformed everything flat. The Earthbound duck is good though. I mean, surely you terraformed everything for something, right? Oh, does it really take this long to load? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Alright, how do I use emotes? Ding. Might as well take the yellows as well. What are we working with here? I see. I like the villagers just being all along the bottom. Yeah, your town hall is so close. Like that's just nice, you know? And then maybe I can open my island, send an invite. What is this? What's this creature? Ah! Oh wait. I thought it was gonna say, alright, let me change in the bug thing. I also do like how the shops are close. Oh, cool. Oh, wow, they're all, like, fenced in. That's cool. Where's the campsite? Oh, up in the top. Even has water terraforming and stuff. Wait, I probably can't get up here. Can I? Wait. Ooh. Museums here. Surrounded by water. Oh, wait. Oh, this isn't even the campsite, is it? Or is it? Because this area is nice. Ooh, pink lilies. Nice little dining area. Are you gonna put, like, stalls up here? Or something like that so people can, like, buy food? When is math? We're done with math. The island is finished. Actually, until farming. I might have to count out farmland, which sucks. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, putting food on the table. I never even thought of that. Oh, wait, can I get on? I don't know if this is a single person affair. Oh, probably because of the rock, right? With the beans. Yeah, you like kitted out. Oh wow, yeah, and then the surrounded by cliffs and then water. That's cool. Like you have a little moat. Also the snapping turtle up there. Wait, can I see him though? Am I allowed to see the snapping turtle? I actually don't have one of my own. So I never actually showed off that it goes. Ah. This is Toaster Man's Island. Ah. Why did they do this? It's so funny. Well, we gotta see your house too. Woo. Which also has a bunch of water terraforming. As far as, wait, is there a way up here? Nope, okay, hold on. Hopefully I have a ladder. I do, okay, thank God. Like I said, I made my island so you don't need a ladder, but you're probably like, oh wow. Did you get this from Gulliver? This is cool. Let me in. Oh yeah, you can just give me a dodo code. I was like, we have to be friends. Another turtle. Ah! Oh, I can't hit him from there. Ooh, cakes. Also, yeah, I've done nothing with designs. Everyone has cool and funny design things. Whoa, what the heck? I thought that, thought you couldn't get this collab stuff. But I guess you can. So hey, Evan, I don't know if we said hi. The left room is a hermit crab who walked in on the wrong neighborhood. We're gonna have to see that one. Nice little bathroom. This is one thing that I kind of wanted in mind, but it's like everyone has a bathroom. Everyone's gonna make a nice bathroom. Why is a Raymond poster in the bathroom? Is there a reason for that? Is there some indecent thing going on? I'll wash hands. It's moral support. That's the thing about bathrooms. They always look good. Does this one sing? This bass? He makes me angry enough to shit faster. Oh. Oh, like a cat going hang in there. That would be really funny if they made posters like that in the game. You really did walk into the wrong side of the neighborhood. I do love the car bed in the parking lot. Oh my god, it honks. What's that thing in the background? Like, what is that? Like, it looks like soap? but then there's a dinosaur for some reason. This hermit crab is about to get killed. The turtles really are the best part of the game, though. Also, why is this guy turned around? Oh, both of them are turned around. Maybe they're keeping watch so that if there are any cops roaming the city. It's modeling clay. What's modeling clay doing in a parking lot? Wait, did we go in the back room yet? No. They're keeping watch. I love lore like that. Comfy. Wow, this looks like an actual room. Like the room I always wanted as a kid, but that was too stupid. Alright, outfit time. No? You have no wand outfits? Or did it just not show me that time? I like this lad. Also, why is Anka near the bed? Is there a reason for that one? No wand outfits. shit on the bed faster. The funny thing about Anka is like you either love her or hate her. Actually, I guess I don't. I'm in the center, I guess. Whoa! A cherry blossom room. Hell yeah! I didn't even know you could have or get a wall. That's cool. Also, I never got the recipe for these lanterns, even though they're the coolest things you could get. This room is sick. Run around and scatters leaves. Woo! Or not leaves, you idiot. Blossoms. It's really cool with the lights off too. Alright, what's the basement? Gotta know. Oh, an arcade? Hell yeah! I really love that they made these. Oh, I don't think you can get around around the tables though. One piece of constructive criticism. Okay, that's the third time. Hold on, let me see if she texted anything. Wish you could actually like play the games like in the first Animal Crossing. You can kind of play this one. Oh wait, can you? Not really. The work in progress arcade. This fucking background is crazy though. Whoa, it gets weird when you do that. What is? Oh, that's a server. What the heck? Server wins. Let me see if can you give me a call when you get a chance. Middle of something should be done soon. I said should be done. Anyway, yeah, Parallax. Honestly, your house is pretty good. I think the only thing is that the main room is kind of open, but that's about it. The other house? Are you actually playing with someone, or is there you just have that for like extra decoration or something? Wait, is there another house? Oh yeah, down there. TJ. I'm assuming that's yours. Like one thing I didn't think about is on like dream addresses where people make islands like to be visited. It's like people have all 8 houses completely decked out and stuff. Oh, you know, that's pretty smart. I'm just verifying that it's empty. water themed. Do I still have that, you need the starry sand thing? Shell rug or whatever. Nothing other than the first room? Okay. Take your word for it. I do like how it splashes around. Okay, just verifying the chat. Okay, that my mom's situation is a bit crazy. We'll get to that after the stream. Get that house bigger, you son of a bitch. Hey, it's Boomer. Love this lad. What? Apparently I googled I love this life. Ooh, look at this. Also, I don't think I've ever seen this villager before in my life. Maddie. She sounds like Mabel. But maybe that's just because I hear Mabel all the time. Alright, I'm supposed to be picking up weeds as well. I remember when when everyone was first starting the game and I was visiting their islands for like the first time, it was all filled with weeds. And then I would just go around picking up everyone's weeds for them. I didn't even take them. I just put them in bags near the entrance. It's like, cause I don't want to steal your miles for sowing weeds. So it's very reminiscent of the old days. Oh yeah, well that was, weren't you like, you were like hide and seeking? You were playing hide and seek, so I made a line of weeds to where I was or something. Good times. Good times. Weeds! On the bright side, it should be easy to find weeds. You. Parentheses is better. I love the ideas of like shit people come up with for games in Animal Crossing. Like, do you see the soccer one where someone just stands around representing the soccer ball and other people have to push them into the goal? It's so stupid. I love it. And there's, of course, a version of that that's just sumo wrestling. Football head. I wonder if there's a soccer hat or if that's just the best you can do. Even more. Oh wait, no, these might be the same. I'm a bit of an idiot. She was the town tune. Don't think I recognize it, but then again, it's kind of hard to recognize town tunes, so I've never seen this pig before. Seen this swirl up. Yeah, one thing, if I went back in time, I wish I could maybe look for villagers that are winter themed but have different personalities. I don't know if such a thing exists, but like that's the biggest problem with the game right now is villagers all have the same person. Oh wow, this is shorter, by the way. That's crazy. Yeah, villagers are all the same because they wrote no dialogue for villagers. They were kind of more focused on terraforming and stuff, I guess. Also, poor River. cut off at the stump. We're gonna have to demolish this house. Loud warning? Alright, hold on. Okay. I'm like, this isn't loud. I think I've seen that vine. Oh my god, 33 weeds. Alright, let's get some lilies. Invest in the economy. Oh my god. Hey, you don't mind if I buy this, right? Like, you don't mind if I buy this, right? Like, you don't mind if I buy that, right? Because you can't customize things that you buy in this game, so who knows when that opportunity will ever come up again, you know? Yes! Okay, so we need lilies. I don't know why they aren't just in order. This is my favorite part of the game, by the way. Do you guys ever used to go to a friend's island and buy an entire inventory's worth of their fruit? What the fuck? Okay, I guess it's one. And then go back to your town and sell it to make a profit. And it was just this for literal hours. Why did I do that? Like, why did I actually sit there and do that? Did I say bye weirdly? Yeah, it's just torture. Let me buy some red ones in case I mess it up. Oh, maybe they're ordered by color? I guess. I never noticed that. You don't need to buy that. Yeah, remember that quality of life update that was fake that those people made that like seemed very real and probably tricked a bunch of people, but it didn't trick me because it was too good to be true? It would be great if that was a thing. You can just put the exact number of how many things you want to buy in the inventory. That would be great so that you weren't just sitting here doing this. Listening to Tommy. Let me see, how many do I have? It should be enough, right? Oh my god! I love the, that's an Arpaima, right? Why do you have so many, oh, I was gonna say so many big fish and then you pulled that thing out. Did it! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll buy some more boy ones. See, now what you gotta do is run up so that your face is just right in the camera. This is my favorite thing to do while people are buying stuff. I think you can only really do it in the old one, because this one's too close to the camera. If that makes any sense. The old shop. Oh! That's smart. I usually just sell them and then remember, hey, I kind of wanted a model of that thing. Whoops. Oh yeah, I can I can imagine. And then you have Flick today. It's like, that's not the right guy. I gotta be able to put that somewhere. For sure. Alright. Ringo! Now I can actually properly complete my island. So thank you for inviting me over, giving me all your weeds, and perhaps enduring some embarrassment. But I do like the house, the campsite, the little dining area, and also all the other houses down here. So that's good. Because I think once you get some ideas and put your mind to it and go through the suffering of terraforming large parts of the island because they didn't make it easy, then you'll probably come up with something cool. Bugs and fish. Oh, weeds. I'm blinding because I'm a streamer. Of course. All right, I'm gonna head out. And yeah, actually, I mean, if you, how many months has it been since this game came out? If months later you still have the drive, or maybe have a renewed drive to work on the island, it would be cool to do like a little comparison. Where's my webcam? I was gonna like plug it in and turn it on as a joke, but my hair looks awful, so. All right, let me drop the inventory. Actually, I mean, how many weeds was it? Okay, can you see the Christmas lake from the airplane? That's what I've wanted to know ever since someone asked it. Oh, you just barely can't. Man, that sucks. Is it me or does the angle on that look incorrect? That made the island look all wonky when it was at an angle like that. I haven't experienced that with other people's islands. Oh wait, I was gonna scroll up to see how many bags of weed it was. We don't stoop to those kind of jokes that everyone makes. 10 bags. Miles. Okay, well, I'll drop. Actually, it'd be nice if I put like the train set somewhere in the town square. Maybe instead of a fountain, I can have that be the centerpiece. I'll think on it. All right. And then after this, I might as well update my dream address too. You want me to come to your island, Kevin? Because, like, I might as well, right? Alright, so make sure I choose the right options here. Still fixing it? I'm gonna come to your island and I'm gonna say nice things about it regardless. I still can't believe I completely forgot about Dodo Codes. Actually, you know what? Yes, I can. It's a Nintendo game. How many Nintendo games let you do things that are with people that aren't on your friends list? Wait. He's gonna just put it in again, isn't he? That's not what I'm looking for. Oh no, I don't have to start the menus all over again, do I? Like, I don't think these menus are as bad as people say they are, but like, you could really make it easier. And it's been months and they haven't done any quality of life changes. Just adding stuff. So I don't think I said hi to Kai Heller. Hell, you can't say that. Okay, it's... I did that. H, Y. That's a 0, right? I'm not an idiot, right? X, N. H, Y, 0, X, N. This is why I don't do gift codes. Did I just type it in wrong? You know what? I probably did. This is why I don't do gift cards anymore. Well, I don't do gift cards anymore because I have a you know, credit card, but always a problem with gift cards. Do that, but like times 5. No, thank you. Not much to say during a loading screen. Oh, custom designs. Oh my god. You're like, oh, not much is going on in the town. Actually, that would be a pretty cool idea if, like, every villager had a yard, but it was also raised. You can't just have a Pingus at the beginning of your island. Now my stream's gonna get taken down. Yeah, sometimes I do wonder. Is limiting myself to using just Animal Crossing designs? Okay. So thanks for the host, Nove. It's the default one, isn't it? That's the sound I heard. I don't think I have any host things set up. In fact, shouldn't host things be... You know what? I don't know. Here are all the weeds. But we gotta see the island. Scooter parking, of course. I think these are electric scooters. I used to have... Actually, we do have an electric scooter. Holy moly. All the gardening, too. Hey! It's Julian's favorite villager in the game. I mean, I guess with a town name like that, you have to have Tangy, right? Also, is your natural fruit orange? Can I, how do I see other people's passports? This is my passport, isn't it? Yes. Not correct. I think that's only if you're friends, right? Minus. Oh my god, I thought you just baited me into leaving the island. Oranges. Oh my god, did you like reset the game until that happened, or are you just lucky? Because that's something I would have done. What the hell is this? Oh, are these custom panels? That's cool. It's like a little movie area. That's a neat idea. I like that. I remember my friend used to have a projector and we used to play Smash on the side of his house. That's the only experience I have with projectors. What the hell? A squid thing. Oh my god. And a fishing rod rack. Oh my god. And Bob. Everyone loves Bob. And a red lifeguard chair. And Sahara, who's trapped. You do you, Sahara. Oh, that's pretty cool. You get to pick the name later. Oh, right! Duh. So look, I think this is another long pier. Man, the decision to put furniture outside is so cool because everyone gets to personalize their islands like a whole lot. Oh hey, you have the ice shit. See, this is the stuff I need. Like, I'm probably gonna go in on Christmas, that's for sure. the puddle to show that it's melting, that's good. Cat kettle? Mushroom. That's a great outfit. I'm very excited for the ice. Boop. Oh, did you have the shiver? Am I missing a cat kettle? Sorry for running around in a way that you can't possibly keep track of me. Oh, there it is. It's like knitted around it. That's cool. Actually, what villagers do we have here? Marshall. Judy. I was wondering if I wanted to go for Judy. Because I like her aesthetic, but I was like, yeah. There's Raymond. Classic. Ward Jr. I think I've only heard of Ward Jr. And Dom. You have like the all-star cast of villagers here. I don't know if Ward Jr. is considered an all-star cast member, but oops, sandals in the way. You know, who doesn't love frogs? Statue of Liberty. Stolen from the United States of America. I'm like the only person without the campsite sign, but that's fine. Yeah, this one's all decked out too. Oh look, here's like just an actual log bench. Just a log. And all the mushroom stuff. Actually, once the mushrooms stuff comes around, I'll probably put mushrooms in the forest as well. But where does this look out to? Can't really turn the camera to find out. The rest of the island. Yeah, like, I wish that the game just naturally had paths and, like, stuff like this. Because this does look like it's in the game itself. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this mushroom colony, but all the other ones are pretty cool. Butterfly. The fucking table. Whoops. This is a decal, right? Or decal, what am I saying? What is it? That or decal? I don't know. It's one of those words that I never actually learned to pronounce. It's probably both. Yarr. What the heck? A Neanderthal died up here. Pirate outfit? Nah. Who is this man? Whose man is this? You always gotta have a telescope in the back of the island. Absolute classic. Actually, up there, isn't that, there it is. That bellflower for, like, having a 5-star town. It just spawns randomly. There's, like, a random chance it'll spawn every day there's a 5-star town. Oh, this is just kind of sad. Who died? Oh, the bow. Yeah, I'm like, you know, it'd be nice to have that, but something about this one isn't right. I do love, I love how you can mix and match fossils like that. I don't know if I have this fossil. No, wait, I do. I have every fossil. Actually, I don't have to see the museum. I know what the museum looks like. Yeah, I'm like, you know, having those flowers would be nice, but I like my trees more than the 5-star rating and the golden watering can. So you can suck it, Isabelle. Maybe have some new news instead. This little hangout spot over there. Oh, you did the bridge thing, I think. Or I don't know if it's an actual bridge, but I wanted to do the big bridge concept. I just didn't have anywhere to do it. That was like the one time I was seriously tempted by custom designs. Was to make something like that. I guess Jake's getting the Luigi's Mansion theme. Wait, what do you mean? There we go. On. It's like moral obligation. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm gonna explore this side and then head out. You can't actually run on the treadmill, can you? That would be nice, like the next Animal Crossing. Well, the next Animal Crossing should have more villager interaction. So I can't believe this guy's a jock. I don't remember what I was saying. That's just me as a person. Get distracted by something in a game. He's like a ghost waiter. Oh, and then of course you get beachside dining entertainment. That was in Hawaii actually, as well. I was like, yeah. All right, the next Animal Crossing should have more villager dialogue. There are a lot of villagers, but if you really put your face to the grindstone there, it wouldn't be too hard to like give every villager their own dialogue, I guess, alongside personality dialogue to keep it fresh, you know. That's just me. Yeah, this is a pretty cool island. It has a lot going on, and apparently you're still working on it. Probably so much work. Like, my island took me hours and hours, and then it's nothing that impressive, you know. But I like it. It has a very down-to-earth feel, I think. Sideways buildings would be great. Honestly, the next Animal Crossing should have a 360 camera, and then the sideways buildings would kind of fit into that as well. But that's like, I feel like they think that Animal Crossing is the fixed camera angle, and have a 360 camera would make it not Animal Crossing. But it'd be nice. Fang, what are you wearing? Man, if I had hindsight, maybe I would have. No, because the town square has to be centered with where you enter from the airport. I was gonna say I'd put the Christmas Lake farther to the left, and then maybe the town square over there instead. And I guess I could have done that, just make a little path leading to that side, but it's no big deal. No miles this time. All right, weeds. Probably don't need this many flowers either, but I was like, better safe than sorry, right? All right. Hold on. This is important. What does this end on? This ends on a red, so we'll start with white over here. It might not work with the other side, but whatever. It's the little details. Oh, I'm gonna have to wait for them to grow before I do a proper dream address, but oh well. Better sooner than later. And I haven't done any time traveling, and I don't intend to do any time traveling to make these grow. But it would be nice, wouldn't it? Should like probably mentally keep track of this. Like white, red. Animal Crossing streams aren't and repetition, like counting, aren't really new. I don't need a shovel for this, do I? God dang it. God dang it. I sure hope that doesn't get in the way. So red went here. I don't know why you would went the other way. Okay. Right, because the sprouts took up a spot. I got it. I got it. Okay, now, please. Oops. White. Red. Why? Okay, 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 okay. Okay. So it is so stupid though. I'm not gonna need to do it for this one, am I? Wait, red. I heard it. I heard it plant over there, you son of a bitch. Okay, I guess for corners, I'm just gonna not do that. Ah, God. Thank God we finally get this lily shit sorted. Now this one, it's fine. You son of a bitch. You are just deplorable. Game. How can you plant it, just offshoot it to the corner that's not even close to where I am, and then have the balls to say that? Oh, great. What did I plant last? What did I... This is why I have to pay attention. White. Okay. See, I was gonna plant white. Then we would have had a problem. Oh, I could have just looked at the numbers, huh? But yeah, like, the reason these, the lilies get kind of the bottom and the side here is because it's pretty small in general. And also kind of ran out of, you know, areas for them. And now we're on red and white, I guess. Just gonna double check. No? Okay. Just making sure, you know. So it should be white, right? I freaking hope so, dude. Red. Should I remove these weeds to plant lilies? I think I should. What did I plant last? Think of red, right? And this should be fine. I really hope that I did this correctly. I mean, if not, it's not that hard to climb up and swap them. But so, do you think I went overboard on how many flowers? Oh, well, oops. All right. So we did that. I need to find a place to put that train set, because it can't go anywhere in the house, unfortunately. Maybe like here in the center, then you can just walk around. Because it would be nice to put like here, but then it gets in the way of the vending machine, or here, but then gets in the way of this. It makes that kind of cramped. I do kind of like how these are somewhat open, grassy areas, so I'm not gonna have to remove that, am I? Of course I am. Of course I am. I have this taking up my inventory. All right. Yes! Yeah. I mean, I guess the name of the outfit should give it away, but the freaking reindeer and the brick should help it out. But then there's this too now. Yes! Actually, I feel like it would be better if you could see it go into the tunnel. Yes! It's so... But like, I still can't get over how funny these things look. when they're sideways like this. It's so good. Alright. Balloons. What is this, Easter? I'm not interested. Actually, skirt. Maybe I should put it like here. I kind of like it in the town square though. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it there. Oh, I have to pick all these up too. Like, cause my island is pretty packed, right? Like, there's not much place to put anything else. Like, where am I gonna put all the ice stuff? I'm gonna remodel some of the house, you know, like. Then I'm gonna have to find ways to make this place look more wintry, as it were. All right, so we have a lot of weeds. And I can't see anything. So I'm not gonna know if they... What the fuck was that? Did you see that? Is this new? No, I guess not. Hey, look, there's some weeds back here. I did like a little placing weeds around, and then I'm like, maybe they'll grow. But question is, how many weeds is enough? When you say suburbs, did you mean like, did you do the, like what some people do when they make city looking things? Or just like kind of a more traditional looking town? Maybe I shouldn't have weeds everywhere, right? Have some clear patches. The weeds are gonna take it over anyway. And you know what's gonna be sick? In winter, all of these pine trees are gonna get Christmas lights on them. Very excited for that. Yeah, I think like when making an island, it's just kind of like what theme do you want to give it? My theme is just like kind of basically my theme was Vermont. I used to go up to Vermont, like the Trapp Family Lodge, and like I wanted to make a town that was like the town that is around the Trapp. You know, pine trees and kind of Christmassy. I mean, like, how do you make a whole island Christmassy though with the furniture the game gives you? You kind of can't, so. That's why you kind of have to settle for the Vermont town feel. Start deteriorating your town. Like, yeah, if I'm gonna go for town score, then I'll pick them all up and replant them. But obviously, I have too many trees, and I have no intent of taking the trees down. So I'm just gonna keep on planting. Does anyone know if, like, you ask Weave to deal with the weeds, if he gives you the weeds back? Or if he just eats them? He doesn't pick them up. He probably just eviscerates them with a flamethrower, right? I mean, on the bright side, if I do come back to my town in December, and I can only weed the back area here, the weeds should extend forward. I don't know if I have any extra bamboo shoots. Like I have the bamboo up there, but I don't really want to mess with that. Well, if anyone's good at pulling weeds, it's me. It's probably really difficult in this area, though. But, like, what do I get for getting a perfect town score? Just, like, a watering can? Gardening in this game, I did used to do it. You could go back in the VODs and see that, like, oh, I did have like a kind of gardeny area, and I did the checkerboard pattern and all that stuff, but once I read that thing where it's like, oh yeah, you have to, like, each plant has its own DNA, and the only way to determine the DNA is if you pay attention to if they actually crossbreed or not, and, you know, friends have to water the plants if there's any hope in hell of getting the thing, and I'm just like, no, thanks. No, if I'm gonna get a golden watering can, I'm gonna earn it. Alright, then we start back here. Maybe we'll start here. Well, that's the thing. If I don't know how many trees it takes, but if I can cut down all my fruit trees, well, most of them, in favor for a farm, and then Isabelle is fine with that, then maybe there's a chance. But, yeah, then I'll just run through and pick up the weeds as best I can. It would be very difficult, though. And, I could get a town score that way, but I'm not really hurting for that. And if I was, then I would have either thought ahead or go ahead and cut down all the trees and then regrow them, which is a painful process because the game doesn't let you grow trees this closely. They just won't grow. So you have to plant them a bit more separated somewhere else and then eat fruit to move them. By the way, you couldn't do that in previous games. You had to, like, very specifically plant them, so I do appreciate that they at least let you move trees in this game so that an island like this is possible. And what's gonna suck, all these weeds are gonna grow to their full form, and they're all just gonna be those disgusting dandelions. There's nothing I can do about it. This is a lot of weeds, though. Thank you for all these weeds. I was considering, like, planting flowers back here as well, but then I'm like, screw that. Imagine just taking a walk back here. You'd probably get 50,000 bug bites. You ever taking a walk or something, or you're in a park and you see, like, near a lake or a river or a creek or whatever, there's just really tall plants near it. Like, do you ever wonder what would happen if you fell into one of those? Just how many bug bites you would get? I think about that often. It's like kind of the equivalent of what do you think would happen if I just slammed my car into this other one? For the lulz, you know? Like, obviously, no one would ever want to do that. And yet, here we are thinking about it. My favorite thing is no one's gonna notice any of these weeds. And yet, here I am. Planting all the weeds. It is really funny though. Everyone complains, like, the weeds actually look kind of nice in this game. I wish they weren't considered bad. Like, why would you make something that looks good be considered bad? And maybe I'm in the same boat. I'm gonna, like, I mean, they're gonna look bad once they fully grow. You've seen them around, the disgusting dandelion ones, but I think these are pretty nice. They help give a little, like, just kind of, oh yeah, there's actual grass growing here instead of just being completely flat. Like, you could play golf on this grass. I mean, now that I'm, like, at the time, I'm like, yeah, but 100 isn't a whole lot. But now that I'm actually, like, planting 100 at a time, it actually is kind of a lot. But of course, for my intents and purposes, I need weeds everywhere. Actually, you know what I should do? Then maybe they'll grow themselves out. I think I just put a bunch of rocks here so weeds can't actually grow. I mean, maybe like here. I could just put the weeds here. You're never gonna see them, but I do really wish that there didn't need to be a stopgap between two ramps like this. It does kind of ruin my idea, but hey, whatever. All right, back to the mines. Aren't you? Okay. I mean, I don't know if I have white hyacinths or whatever to buy a bunch of them. It's like I could diversify it with flowers, but it's so much work. I should be prioritizing weeding up here instead because you can actually see it. What are my natural plants? I have... Actually, that's a good question. Maybe I should go in and see. Maybe I do have hyacinths. I mean, I'm kind of like, if this idea came, well, one, if I can buy them, then I'll do it. But like, having to ask to go to other people's islands who have hyacinths naturally is a lot of work, and you can't ask them to send it through the mail because they're limited, and you know, do I have to grow them? That kind of thing. It's like, that's a lot of work. I really don't want to do gardening, especially since there's nowhere to garden in my town anymore. Other than maybe the area right next to the museum. That's the only place with open space, and I guess maybe where the waterfall is. Everything else is occupied. Which is funny, my town doesn't seem like it has that much going on, but kinda does. Yeah, maybe I'll do like weeds. I think these will naturally grow out to be close enough to the front that I could probably just stop my work here. Oh. It's like, that's the front right there. Hans's house kind of makes this part not so deep, but hey, whatever. Yeah, it's just, like, flowers are natural, but I do like the very natural look of weeds. Because if you peer into like a wooded area or whatever, you'll probably see stuff like this more than flowers. Just fucking, maybe I could put like some bushes in here too or something. Just this isn't gonna be pretty months from now, but that's for future me to worry about. Present me is worrying about how the dream address will look, since that's just frozen in time, and that's something I appreciate. And I really, like, I had 200 weeds when I first started this, and I ran out so quickly, so I was like, man, I'm gonna need 1,000,000 weeds, and then I guess I don't. What'd I do? Shovel. Wrong. And there's one more thing I have to do before I end the stream. One thing that I've been holding off for this very stream. Hold on. But first, let's do a second layer on the bottom. Even though, once again, you will probably never, ever be able to see it. I don't know if I want to, actually. Like, like, is it me or is this smaller than... Oh, maybe I could just run down here and do it. Man, the range that the game will plant things like this is crazy. I guess planting flowers in here would also kind of take away from them, like, bordering the cliffs. If that makes any sense. Like, then they aren't unique to the cliffs. But then, like, does that really matter? Like, maybe for someone like me it matters. I don't know. This is why this stupid town has so much lore. I think about these little things that most people probably don't care about. Like, some people probably just give up. They're like, yeah, I want to do this, but then will anyone else interpret it that way? Like the turtle hold up in the parking lot. It's like, well, will anyone else get that? It's like, I will. At least, so. That's probably why it's there. Well, really, just whatever makes you happy, right? Because the fact of the matter is, you're going to be visiting your island, like, several hundreds of percents longer than anyone else will, so. It's gonna be kind of funny. Like, if you go to the eval for the island, people are gonna be like, I hate it here. There's so many weeds. Actually, they do say, like, oh, I get lost in all the trees. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of the point. I wish I could take, or could have done Sheila's idea, where it's just a huge block of trees. And they're completely uniform, so you can't see past them, and they're the normal trees, so they aren't as thin as pine trees. You literally cannot see yourself in them. And then play hide and seek with people in the trees, and the only way to tell where anyone is by the shaking of the trees. So you could take it slow and try not to bump any trees, or you could just leg it. I think that's a fun Animal Crossing activity. Alright, so I think we're good. Could weed this up a little. Just a little. Oh, is it not going to go down? Maybe not then. It's going to grow there anyway. Yeah, this is probably good enough for hide and seek, right? But here's a good spot. Probably like right up. You can't get in that way. Behind this tree, basically. Would be nice. All right, let's see. Okay, so I think everything's in order, right? I didn't drop anything. Oh, hold on. We got a pants press. We got a new thing. We got a bunch of weeds. Once again, thank you everyone for the weeds, which is a weird thing to say, but yeah, that's like the thing is with dream addresses, I actually want at some point to just ask everyone on Twitter, hey, send me your dream address, and I'll just do a stream or a series of streams where I just visit everyone's dream addresses and check out their towns. I still gotta do something like that with Mario Maker. But, you know. You know. You know what would be really funny? During the fireworks festival, like, you just see fireworks that look like eyebrows. That's the only custom design I have. Okay, let me get this dream address. Now that I have weeds everywhere and I mean, the flowers are at least growing. Probably have to update it again in like 3 days, but... Sure, I should probably... Like, I'll probably look at Kevin's Island, and I might be somewhat familiar with it, and then I should probably end the stream to handle what my mom wanted. Because, I mean, we're going on 3 hours now, so that's kind of nice. But if you have a Twitter, actually, if you could just, if you like, actually, the dream address is the same. So if you want to like send me a dream address now, or maybe even at, like, I'm gonna be streaming it, and then people can drop that in the chat as well, and I'll just have a notepad of dream addresses. Like, if you just send a dream address now and then like edit it, wait, this one, and then edit it like a week down the line, it'll still work if I like visit the island 2 weeks from now, if that makes any sense. I was really worried that dream addresses would be different, and you had to give people new things every time. So this is very nice. Yeah, I should probably should have had that on the thing. On the stream. You can't just say vague things like that and expect people to know what you're saying, Chris. Yeah, I do want to do Animal Crossing dream address things. Let's see. I did that. Yeah, no. All right, we'll do a quick Kevin Island and then wrap up. Or actually, Kevin, do you think I should save it for a dream address stream? That might be better, because then that's all neat and tidy, and then it's easy to refer back to. Yeah, I want to shaft you when I said I would do it. You know what I mean? Oh, the piano bench. That is valuable. Okay, I'm coming over. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to update the dream. You know what? I can do it later. I'm gonna do it when the lilies grow anyway. Oh, yeah, that's true. I could just go over and pick it up. I have inventory space, right? Just barely. I've never visited Harvest Island. Yeah, I might save your island for when I'm looking at islands, which should happen sooner than the whole Mario Maker thing, because it's just looking at islands. It's not playing levels, and I'm not going to forget because it's on my whiteboard, and I'm going to be streaming more, because if I don't, then, you know, I gotta change my life, so... I could understand being like, well, yeah, you should probably do it now while the stream's up, am I right? Because who knows when you're gonna stream again. I'm gonna try. Whiteboard or notepad? Did I say no? I have like, and the words AC Towns on my whiteboard to remind myself to stream that at some point, so that I don't forget and it gets lost in the game's to-do list, which is just too big. But I'm going to put dream addresses in a notepad document, you know? Yeah, I mean, if you want to send me any dream addresses, you might just, like, I'm gonna, you know, maybe after this stream, I'll just tweet it and then bump it every day for a week and then start doing those streams, and then people can still say dream addresses in the chat and stuff. Wow, Kevin has this is looking better than when I first or last saw it, which was like months ago. The what? Wait. Well, I'm not familiar with that. Are you gonna put Anka posters in it? Anka and Raymond posters? Equal opportunity. Boy. Got the goods. Evan, do you want anything from my inventory while I'm here except for the 99,000 bells? I mean, you'd probably find more use for it than me, actually, now that I think about it. Cat Island? Ooh. Who doesn't love cats? We have Starry Sands flooring, Shell Rug, Knight's Helmet, and Stonewall. They're probably going to get sold eventually, so if you don't have one, you might as well take it. And not be like, well, someone else could need it more, you know? What, Kevin's guy? I don't know why you would type it in here when it's a lot easier on the computer. Typing in this game is heck. Sorry, EC Explodar. Okay. Well, here's a little sneak peek of Kevin's Island. I will return. So spruce it up. Get all the minor details squared away. But you know, the easiest way to kick a villager for another villager you want is... What? Another way to kick a villager for another villager you want is to get amiibo cards, if it's, like, cheap enough. Or you could spoof the amiibo cards as well. Did Nintendo re-release the amiibo cards yet as well? They should be pretty cheap if Nintendo did that. No, Kevin, it might not have saved. That's the problem with pressing minus and leaving an island or pressing end session. It might not save what everyone has done, which is why I never want to do it. I mean, if worst comes to worst, I could just come back, but like, you can never trust that. Oh yeah, you can't get Judy with a card, huh? I mean, I've experienced it, so it is a thing. Unless they fixed it and didn't put it in patch notes or anything, but... Rest in peace, TFB. Let's see. Piano bench. Oh, right. So now it can truly be a chocolate room, thanks to Kevin's generosity. And once again, thank you, TJ, for the lilies. And I'm bad with names, I'm sorry. I was gonna try to do it without bringing attention to it, but no. And not Mikey. I was gonna say Mikey to shorten it, and it's like, nope. Nope, that completely defeats the purpose of the name. For the weeds. Now my island has reached maximum capacity. Wait, that's not, what? That doesn't make any sense. Has reached maximum, whatever. Whatever. Oh yeah! Ringo. Kevin, I don't know if I can read half of the messages you sent. Let me try to parse it. Oh, okay. Zipper T. I thought you called him Zipper T fuckhead. And I'm like, what? You can't say that. Now my island is in. An even more desirable, it's more, I mean, I think it, what else can I do to my island to improve my vision of it? Probably nothing. So, heck yeah. Well, other than things growing, flowers growing, that's about it. And maybe farmland in an update. Yes, we have one more thing to do. Yeah, I never put Godzilla anywhere. Well, that's fine. Doesn't really fit with the town. Wait. No, this is right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have beat Animal Crossing New Horizons for real. When the island's all good. What do you have to say, Tom? My goodness, you've done it. You've paid off your home renovation loan in full. Again, as of this moment, you're debt-free and set for life on an amazing, spacious island home. Yes, yes. No, you're just waiting for me to offer you another expansion, but we've reached the end of that. I have something else to offer you for free. What? I know I got something. Guarantees our work for life, and as a small token of our appreciation, we're proud to offer you a lifetime. Alright, a free exterior renovations. Okay. I forgot you actually did get something for it, kind of. There we go, Animal Crossing is now beaten. Dream address, I will store that away in a document, and then, yeah, you gotta, well, I'll move it. Right now it's in the stream volumes document, but that's fine. That's not it? Okay. I would have died trying to figure it out. Give me that. In case I ever want to make a mech, which is going to be impossible. Yes. Animal Crossing is finished until December, probably. I mean, I could come back for, like, updates. I obviously haven't. You know? Like, I haven't come back for bug offs and stuff like that. But maybe Halloween and stuff would be a good time for that. But yeah. That's Animal Crossing New Horizons. Thank you for coming out to the stream and listen to me explain stuff, and also get more stuff, and also give me stuff. I will. I mean, yeah, it's 2 o'clock now. I was gonna play Final Fantasy with Evan and Gavin, but now with what my mom needs me to do and how late it is, I'm not sure. We might just be on Gavin's stream with that, like, in 10 minutes or not. I don't know. But I do want to stream the Tetris 99 Luigi's Mansion thing, and then the Ring Fit one. So keep an eye out for like a 30-minute stream of that, and I will store that away. Whoops. Whoop. Stop chatting so I can copy this. B. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's the plan. And there might be more stuff. Who knows? Life's a mystery. But that's Animal Crossing, and I'm very happy to have done this. So, oh wait, one more thing. The dream address, which only showed up on the screen for a while. That's my dream address. So, if you want to come here yourself, or we're just here for the dream address, there it is. And that's on my Twitter as well. So, now I'm done. For real this time.